So, three of the folks here this week weren't here last week, so I'll do my best to summarize all of last week from from what I remember. Um, the adventure started at the Wizard's Tower on Lake Baratok. You had found your way there. There was a booby-trapped wagon that you found. You ended up going into this tower and up to the fourth floor, where you found all these notes, like a conspiracy board talking about Strahd von Zarovic and someone named Rudolf von Richten, um, and all these other personalities throughout the land that are connected to them. There was also a map to a suspected werewolf den in the wilderness nearby. Um, but most importantly, what you found there in this wizard's tower is this sentient sword hilt. Let me see if I can call up that item. Um, Magic items, crystalline sword hilt. So I'll pop that up. So you found this in the in the tower, and it was conveying. It's sentient, if I didn't mention, and it was conveying the urge to go to Kresk. And I think in absentia, we decided that Gretel would probably be the best person to be getting a magical sword. So we had bequeathed it to you in your absence.
Yay, thanks.
So we were using you as a plot device while you weren't there. And Gretel says the sword wants to go to Kresk, and you tried to go to Kresk, but they wouldn't let you in. Kresk is a gated community, a wall. It's got a big 20-foot wall around the entire town village. It's small. It's not big like Valaki is. And they keep to themselves and don't really welcome in outsiders as a general rule. But you were talking with the burgomaster at the gate of at the gates of Kresk, and he had said that they were being bothered by a bunch of werewolves that live in the area, and that some of his farmers were about to get out and form a hunting party, and he was desperately trying to talk them into not doing that because he feared they'd get all be killed. And in lieu of having anything to buy your way into the town, the burgomaster Dmitry Kreskov said that you could bring him the head of this werewolf leader, and that Kresk would be indebted to you and would welcome you with open arms. And that is largely what last week's adventure was. It was going to this werewolf den and dealing with everything there. Let me see if I can quickly summarize what happened at the werewolf den without going too far down side plot rabbit holes. There was a power struggle in the werewolf den. Some people didn't like the new leader and wanted a different guy to lead. And you were able to play the two sides off of one another. Ended up having big combat with the werewolf pack leader and all those who are loyal to him. But you were able to come out on top. I want to remember a couple of particularly devastating fireballs. Am I right about that, Elena?
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a couple of fireballs that were really wrecked their shit and made that fight not as breathtaking as it otherwise, or deadly as it otherwise could have been. So good
They were
job.
rolling really bad saves.
Yes.
Fail.
Okay, so things went down there at the werewolf den. There was a bunch of children who were prisoner. It turns out the bad leader of the werewolves was having a kiddie fight club and having them fight each other to the death, and then taking the leader and biting him, cursing him with werewolf lycanthropy. And this is how he was growing his pack, basically by kidnapping, half a dozen to a dozen children at a time, making them all fight to the death, and taking the strongest one and making it the new member of the pack. So you did rescue a number of those children, and ended up bringing them to the orphanage in Vallaki, and you made a nice charitable donation of 50 gold pieces to the orphanage for this huge influx of new children that they have. I think there was 8 of them. And then, after getting the kids situated with a werewolf head in your bag, you decided to come all the way back across the valley, again to Kresk. And this time, you were met by the burgomaster at the wall, and were able to show him the head of the werewolf leader, Kirill. And the gates of Kresk have become open to you. Kresk is here. Let me get to some text here and read official text. Let's see, areas of Kresk. The mist-shrouded village beyond the wall is nothing more than a scattering of humble wooden cottages along dirt roads that stretch between stands of snow-dusted pine trees. So many trees, in fact, as to constitute a forest within the walls. To the northeast, gray cliffs rise sharply, and the road winding up to the abbey above is easy to see from this vantage. Now, Gretel, the sword hilt that you have, now that you're here in Kresk, is getting more specific. And it's saying that it wants to visit the north side of the village.
I'll tell that to the team.
Okay, well, why don't we'll just follow you. You can talk to the sword.
All right, so I'll start asking the sword any reason why we're, need to go in this direction. What are we looking for?
The sword can't speak in that way. You can't really have a conversation with it. It's a little bit more empathic. The Kresk thing being an exception.
Right, so just feelings more.
Right.
Do I feel like nervous, like or like angry, like stomping, like hurry up, or just
you feel
excited?
Anxious and excited.
Oh, okay. So like tapping our step, like let's go, guys, like we're excited.
Right.
All right, so I'll just like convey that to the team. Like, come on, this is going to be exciting.
All right. So we want to go north. Did we I don't remember last week. Did we end up did we sleep in an inn or something at the end? Or did we just...
Well, right now it's like
what
2 in
was the
the
very last thing
afternoon.
we did?
Right.
Yeah. We
Right
talked
now
to
it's
the
2 in the
burgomaster.
afternoon, and I want to say that you got the kids back to Vallaki, and did you stay in Vallaki?
No, then I think we came here, and I think we already talked to the burgomaster.
I think I may have spilled over the ending of last week with the beginning of this week. I didn't review a minute to minute what we said. I know that we left off in this general area, but the burgomaster is here, and he.
Yeah.
Let me see if there's anything. You can hear screams of a woman coming from this cottage, and there is a woman who emerges from a nearby cottage and hurries over to the woman screaming, and ducks into the door and closes it behind her.
Do we want to go that way? That's north anyway, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean we're on the southern tip of town, so
Right.
to go in is to go north. So yeah,
Right.
and we've already talked to them, and we showed them that we should show them the head,
Yes.
and that's why they're letting us in, right?
Right.
Okay.
Right. Yeah, because Kyle definitely pulled the head out of his bag. I remember
Yeah,
that much.
okay.
Right.
Yeah. All right. Okay. So then we already were permitted access.
Right.
So I think the first thing we should do. I mean, this cottage is weird, but I think the first thing we should do is figure out that sword. And that's what we came here to do.
So is Gretel getting any feelings now that you're inside the gate? Closer to this cottage?
Just the north. The burgomaster asks if any of you are practiced healers.
Sort of.
What do you need?
He says his son is was recently ill, and since has not been feeling himself. He's been irritable, and lashes out at both he and his mother, and he has this voracious appetite. He's just constantly eating, and to the point of it being disgusting.
Raw meat?
And anything he can get his hands on.
Ooh.
Cursed.
And he says what does he say? My son, you see, was very had been ill for a long time, and he even passed away due to his illness. He was the last of my wife Anna and I's 4 children, and he was 14 years old when he died. We buried our last child behind our cottage and resigned ourselves to being the last of the Kreskoff bloodline. But as the days went by, the loss of my son, whose name is Elia, wore heavily on me, and we wrapped Elia's body in a shawl and carried it up the hillside to the abbey. We sought audience with the abbot and pleaded for his help in reviving our son. At first he refused, stating that the risk was too great. But we pleaded and begged him to do something, anything to bring our boy back. And reluctantly the abbot acquiesced and resurrected the boy. But the abbot said that he wouldn't be able to help anymore. That this is everything he's could done, and he wished them good luck. and we brought our boy home overjoyed. But Ilya, again, has always been in a somber and dark mood, and it's not just us; everyone noticed it. And then came this appetite. Day by day, he seems to grow hungrier and hungrier, and we're worried that whatever madness is consuming him might overtake him.
Certainly understand your, sadness and wanting to have your boy back, but how far away is he right now? Where is he?
The burgomaster's house is actually right here.
All right, can I use divine sense to see if I can smell like evil since it's within 60 feet?
Right, and that mechanically translates to you being able to detect specific types of creatures, like I forget the exact list of types, but could you remind me? It's like undead, demons.
Fiend. Yeah, celestial fiend or undead.
Right. So you don't detect any celestial fiends or undead.
Okay. All right, so
he's been resurrected, so he's not dead.
I think we would still have a problem with you messing with what the gods decided to take. So I'm not a fan right now of you. What about you guys?
There are more screams from across the square from that house. Again, a woman's screams.
Does what you're telling us now about Ilya? Is that what all this screaming is about?
The burgomaster says no. He says that's Jamira. She's about to give birth.
Oh, okay. So
Demon spawn child of your son?
demon spawn child in this house. Screaming lady in the other house. Okay. Gretel, I think we should figure out your sword, and then maybe we can come back and help if we're going to help.
Okay, sounds good.
We'll just be like, okay, yeah, we'll help, but we'll be right back. Just gotta go do something real quick.
All right.
Can I ask him if there's any sort of is there? Oh, there's the Abbey. Oh, never mind. I was gonna ask if there's any sort of church or anything.
No, there's he says there's a shrine at the north end of the village. There's a natural spring and a shrine to the Morning Lord.
Does that feel like, which way does the sword tell us we should go?
Probably to Morning Glory. Morning Lord, sorry.
Morning Lord.
Morning Glory.
Close enough.
All right, so we'll kind of let Gretel.
Yeah, I guess we'll just follow Gretel to more north.
So is it that pool thing up there?
So as you pass by this area, you can see the switchback road that hugs the cliff up to the abbey is 10 foot wide and covered with loose gravel and chunks of broken rock. The ascent is slow and somewhat treacherous, and the air clearly grows colder as you get toward the top. The road climbs for about 400 feet, doubling back on itself twice before reaching the abbey at the top. But you guys are staying off the cliffs, I think. You're not going up to the abbey, so you want to stay more to this side, off of the cliffs, I think, right. And this will take you up to the pool and shrine. Now, even under gray skies, this pool at the north end of the village shimmers and sparkles. Near its shore sits an old gazebo on the verge of collapse. A wooden statue of a mournful, bare-chested man is paint-chipped and faded, standing in the gazebo with arms outstretched, as though waiting to be embraced. The pool is fed by an underground spring, and the villagers would tell you that it was blessed by Saint Markovia long ago.
Ooh, do I feel like I should go? Does the sword hilt feel like I should go and hug the
Take a dip.
guy, or more like go in the water?
Okay, so as you were crossing through the village, the sword hilt began to vibrate slightly. And as you got closer and closer toward the shrine here, the vibration became increasingly stronger. Once you reach the pool's edge, however, the vibration suddenly stops. Within the depths of the waters, the image of a handsome young man of noble lineage appears. He looks at you, Gretel, and says, "I see you bring the sun with you, stranger," pointing to the hilt of the sword.
This is a special sword. Do you know anything?
A warm smile spreads across his face, and he looks at you fondly and says, "I sense a great purpose within you. That hilt in your hand is but one half of a means toward that purpose. Dip it into the water, and I shall help you bring light to the darkness."
Perfect. Go dipping in the water.
The hilt of the sunsword begins to vibrate in your hand once again. At the same time, shafts of light pierce the mists from above and converge right above the hilt, momentarily blinding you and everyone around you. After a moment, the light fades away and the hilt becomes still. Emerging now from the once empty hilt is a blade of brilliant white light.
Oh my god, that's amazing. I'll say, oh my god, I'll just like stare at it for a minute and just be in awe and say thank you to the hilt for bringing us together, and thank you to the guy for bringing us together. And thank you to the gods.
Oh, it's so pretty.
Yes.
So the hilt now has basically you have a lightsaber, and you can turn it on and off, and that determines whether the shaft of light is active or not, and it acts as a light source. Is killer against undead. It deals all radiant damage. So it's great against resistances.
Great, thanks.
It is quite the item.
Ooh.
All right. And do we feel like I want to go over to the statue, or?
At this point, the hilt is satisfied. It is no longer imparting any specific longings because it's achieved its main goal of being restored.
All right, so I'll tell that to the gang and say, okay, I think our mission here is done. So do we want to go back and check on that lady on the way back?
Yeah, you seem to be not very happy about the idea of this guy's existence.
She wants to stab the dead guy with the new sword.
Yeah,
I think you should go back.
we'll go back and check that out.
Darkness.
Does anyone remember where Irina is right now? I think she's back in Vallaki. Yeah, back at the church.
I think she's still in Vallaki.
Right.
Yeah, we haven't had her with us for a while. All right, so we're gonna go back to the what is it? The Burgermeister's house.
Or is that pregnant lady on the way? We could just pop in and make sure she really is having a baby and not being
Those
murdered.
two houses are right near each other, toward the front of Kresk in the south.
Yeah, I think like that baby house is here. Burgermeister's down there.
Precisely.
Okay. Yeah, we can pop in. Why don't we pop into the baby house to make sure everything's okay? Since that one actually comes first on our trip.
Okay.
So as you come back to this side of town, you can see that the woman who ran over into the house appears to be a local midwife, and you can see that she's outside and has a deeply troubled look on her face.
That's not a good look.
All right. So what's the matter?
She leans forward as if to whisper, to almost keep private the details and not to speak so poorly of others. But she says the child is a healthy baby boy, but has no soul. Very sad.
Oh.
Who's the father?
Oh,
The woman actually asks, what you know of the soulless here in the land of Barovia.
Do we know anything? I forget. I
yeah,
think.
what do we know?
I don't think so. I don't think you've encountered it before. The woman explains that that she was raised to believe that newborns are soulless if they don't cry, and through her career as a midwife, she has come to believe that most Barovians lack souls.
Oh,
And has this been going on since the beginning of time, or just more recent?
For as long as she can remember. There's nothing written about it anywhere to discuss about it, so she can't look up, historically to see if this is a new phenomenon or not. But it's definitely, in her opinion, what's going on now. So every time there's a child born, she kind of gets her hopes up that this one will have a soul, but she's usually disappointed.
okay. So this isn't an unusual occurrence. Is there anything that you tend to do with these soulless children, or are they just gonna be raised like any other child?
She says that the soulless, tend to lack a certain, what's the word I want to use? Vitality. That they tend to be bereft of charm and imagination. But other than that, they're normal people and can run the moral gamut of good to evil. It's just some of them don't have souls, right?
And it's not necessarily a dangerous thing.
Right.
Okay. What do you guys think? Do we care about this?
No, I think they're all God's creatures. They still can turn around.
You can still get into heaven without a soul.
I think they'll be just fine. There's always a place for everybody. Look at our old friend, the guy who we thought slaughtered all those sheep. You never know. They could all end up good.
I'm going to go ahead and show you this handout. I think you've got enough to get this now, based on your discussion with this woman whose name is Krityana. Not that you'll ever need it again, but that is her name. Oh, I guess maybe there's a small spoiler in that, but it's only a small one. I'm actually just skimming it myself right now, refamiliarizing myself with everything in it.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That's kind of creepy.
So yeah, a little bit about souls here in the land of Barovia.
Okay, but otherwise the baby's okay. Mom's
Yeah,
okay.
healthy baby boy.
All right. Okay, do you want to go find out more about this kid, this reanimated kid, resurrected kid, whatever you want to call it?
Elia.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds good. Let's see what Creepy's up to.
So Elia is in the burgomaster's home, and he's there. The burgomaster's wife Anna, and he is all there. And Elia is again just devouring food at the table. He's got a pile of various foods in front of him, and he's other than to bark at his mother occasionally, he doesn't even really look up from the food.
Is there anything that I would know about like his condition? Like, is it like, how we have vampirism and we have lycanthropy and stuff? Like, is this a condition that I could recognize?
No.
No.
This is outside of the norm.
Okay.
The abbot
And
warned
he's
there could be
hungry.
consequences to resurrecting someone so long after them being dead. But they pressed him anyway, and he agreed to do it. And I guess that's why the burgomaster is reluctant to go back to the abbot for more help, because the abbot kind of warned him about this.
Okay, well, what do you guys want to do? I guess we could either go see the kid ourselves, if anybody has any way to help him, or we can go talk to this abbot person, see if he knows how to help.
The abbot might be a good
Yeah,
guy.
it won't hurt to. It doesn't seem like he's going to be an immediate threat, we can probably take a few minutes to talk to that. That's what you guys think, too.
Yeah, because it sounds like the only reason the burgomaster's not going back is just because he's embarrassed. But we're not, because we're not the ones who did it. So we could go there.
Ryder would love to learn more about how it's done.
Eh,
The burgomaster
Weird.
explains that the abbot is not a normal man. That he came to Kreska over a century ago, and he's been running the abbot since then. They suspect he's some kind of angelic being.
That's fun.
Well, we should be able to do something about this.
Well, he did bring Ilya back from the dead, which is no small feat.
Yeah. But like fix it, like maybe he just needs he's like there's a little the settings were slightly off or something. Maybe he can fix
He used the wrong frequency.
it. Yeah. All right. So we want to go talk to the abbot.
Yep.
Yep, that sounds good.
All right. I have another map for us. Let me get us set up on that. And we'll put you on the road. Elena, Gretel, Reasons, and Uhtred. So you guys should all be on the switchback road as you're coming around the last turn to the entrance.
And is that dark because it's behind walls so we can't see
Exactly, right.
it? Okay. Right.
Yeah, that's the wall to the abbey. What you can see beyond, which you can't technically see it, but you can see a two-story abbey building behind the wall. There's
Right.
actually on the closer to you, there's a small tower, a bell tower. Let's see.
All right. Do we see any reason to be sneaky, or do we just want to walk up there? I mean, we're not here for any bad purpose, so I assume we could just go up and tell. Did the burgomaster say anything about the abbot, like his temperament? Like, is he friendly? Is he?
He's somewhat alien. He's not
Weird.
yeah. That he has an odd manner of speaking. But that he exudes a holy quality.
Okay. I guess I'll just walk up the road.
All right, the road from the village climbs above the mist to the wide ledge on which the abbey is perched, and a light dusting of snow covers the trees and rocky earth. The gravel road passes between two small stone outbuildings, to either side of which stretches a 5-foot-high, 3-foot thick wall of jumbled stones held together with mortar. Blocking the road are iron gates attached to the outbuildings by rusty hinges. They appear to be unlocked. Viewed through the gates, the stone abbey stands quiet. Its two wings are joined by a 15-foot-high curtain wall. A belfry protrudes from the rooftop of the closer north wing, which also sports a chimney billowing gray smoke. There are two gate guards on duty that you can see. let me go ahead and change some of the lines here so that you can see in here. So there's little windows that look out from where they are, and you can see that there are two gate guards who are asleep under piles of musty animal furs. Let me give you, because it's significant, this is the one on the right. And here's the one on the left.
Oh, there you go.
Oh,
Otto.
He's a looker.
Otto.
they're both asleep.
They're both asleep.
Doing a good job.
Good job guarding. Do we want to wake them up and announce ourselves, or do we just want to walk right in and be
Just
like,
walk right in.
"Hey, you fell asleep. That's your problem." All right, we go in.
All right, you no stealth checks even needed. These guys are sound asleep, asleep on guard duty. So you pass to your right as you go in. You can see a graveyard with stunted pine trees down in this direction as you come in. And there's a path that leads to a set of double doors here into the center of the Abbey building. And you can see that it also winds around this side to a garden, which is back here.
Back where? I didn't see ping.
I'll shoot you.
Oh, there. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Want to go?
I think it.
Do you want to go in here? Or do you want to
Yeah.
go up here?
I guess we should just. I mean,
Go ahead.
this thing's closed, but
Yeah, let me tell you
I
what
just
you
want
see
to talk to
there.
the abbot, right? We're not on like a sneaky mission, so we just want to go talk to the abbot.
So here, there's a 15-foot high curtain wall joining the Abbey's two wings. Between its battlements, you can see guards standing at attention, their features obscured by fog. Below them, set into the wall, is a pair of 10-foot tall wooden doors reinforced with bands of steel. To the right of these doors, mounted on the wall, is a tarnished copper plaque. The plaque bears the Abbey's name, under which appear the words, "May her light cure all illness." The guards on the wall, after a closer look, are nothing more than propped up scarecrows that wear corroded chain shirts and clutch rusted spears.
No, there's actually no guards. They're just
Correct.
scarecrows.
Right.
All right. So can we just knock on the door and be like, yo, bang, bang, bang?
Sure.
Those are the guards at the front?
No, these are the guards right here.
Oh, right here. Okay.
There is no reply.
Is the door unlocked?
No, they are unlocked.
That says door unlocked. So we can just walk in.
You can.
All right, well, I'm going to knock one more time. I'm just going to open the door.
All right. The thick fog that fills this courtyard swirls as if eager to escape. The courtyard is surrounded by a 15-foot high curtain wall on which stand several guards, quote unquote, with their backs to you. Again, clear that now they're scarecrows. Wooden doors to the north and east lead to the Abbey's two wings. In the center of the courtyard is a stone well fitted with an iron winch to which a rope and bucket are attached. Along the perimeter, tucked under the overhanging wall, are several stone sheds with padlocked wooden doors. as well as 3 shallow alcoves that contain troughs. 2 wooden posts pounded into the rocky earth have iron rings bolted to them, and chained to one of them is a short humanoid with bat wings and spider mandibles. The quiet is shattered by horrible screams coming from within the stone sheds.
Ah,
That bat freaking thing got me confused.
I don't feel he's a
Yes.
holy man.
Yeah, this doesn't look like it's like God's work going on over here.
Yeah, no. This is this all looks wrong. Can I just go like look in the well?
Yes, it is dark.
That doesn't help.
So you can only see about 10 foot down.
Can I just like shoot a firebolt down there?
Sure.
Or what would maybe a sacred flame would light up? Whatever would make some nice light to see. Since I don't have light or dancing lights or anything like that, I just have to shoot it with
I have
flame.
the light cantrip. Is there a way to like make the bucket light up and then just drop it down there?
That would be less violent.
Well, I ran with your firebolt suggestion, and what it revealed is that there was a creature crouching, hiding in the darkness. And when you shone the light on it, it reacted and ran up and swung at you with its claws. Does a 16 hit, Elena?
Fighting mode now, okay.
And it casts. Well, do it? How much damage? No, 3D. Yes, it does hit me.
Okay. So this creature. This creature stands 5 foot tall and has a wiry, spindly build. It has 3 red spider eyes on the right side of its face, while the left side appears human. He has a frog's foot in place of his left hand and a taloned crow's foot where his right foot should be.
I don't like some Frankenstein shit.
He comes up, he swipes at you, and then he disappears back down into the darkness.
Did I hit him with my fireball?
No.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. There's something in there. It just swiped at me.
Doesn't feel like a normal place. I think this guy's doing some crazy experiment shit.
Find him and
Hang on.
think we're gonna
And there's like no sign of him.
Who's this? Bellevue? Who's the Bellevue in the corner?
Over here?
Yeah.
That is the one with the bat wings and spider mandibles,
okay.
Who's chained to a post. Now she's let me tell you more specifically about her. So the creature chained to the post flaps its leathery wings and takes to the air, but it doesn't get far before the chain snaps taut, and she flutters about madly, screaming nonsense.
Can I go talk to her and see if she's like sentient, like, or if she's totally gone and not like able to talk at all, or just trying to see if she's good and I should help her escape.
So this is Marzina. Marzina stands 4.5 foot tall and has a hunched posture. Long, stringy black hair hides much of her face, but clearly visible are the spider mandibles and teeth that replace her human mouth. She has the arms and wings of a bat, as well as a cloven hoof in place of her right foot. She doesn't allow anyone to get close enough to undo her shackles, But if her bonds are magically unlocked, she will fly away and never return.
So it doesn't seem like she's an immediate threat that she would come and attack us because she's feral or something. There might be something left in her that maybe was human at one point.
She is chained to a post.
All right, so what do you guys think? She's chained there because she would have killed the Abbey, but maybe she would have killed him because he did this to her and she was a human once, and we should help her because she's one of God's creatures and we don't like seeing her like this.
I mean, that's pretty deep, but the guy in the well just attacked me just for making some light. So I think that that one's probably chained up for our safety. I don't know if we're gonna really be able to talk to them if they're just randomly attacking people.
All right, so maybe we could see, so maybe we'll see the Abbey and Abbott, whatever, and we'll see what he can tell us more. Tell her we'll be back for her, and maybe she'll understand.
Yeah.
Just to feel a little better.
I don't think we should expect anything from these things
Sounds good.
right now.
Yep, sounds good.
So inside this courtyard, again, you have a number of stone sheds. If you can see, there's 3 doors here, 1, 2, 3, then 3 down here, 1, 2, 3. And then there are actual doors into the 2 respective wings. One is here and one is here.
We want to check out what's in these locked cabinet things.
Those 3 that you're pinging right there, those are the troughs. Those are feeding troughs. That,
Okay. You said there were 3 locked things someplace else.
Right. Yeah, there's a number of sheds. They're just further. They're here.
Okay.
Here.
Okay. Should I go pick those locks and see what's in those sheds before we leave and go into those other corridor rooms?
Well, some of the sheds, didn't you say they were screaming?
Yes.
I mean, from all the sheds or only from certain sheds?
From certain ones, different ones are calling out. There's definitely something locked in some of the sheds.
I'm kind of curious.
Yeah, if we unlock it, we open it, I mean, maybe they're locked for our
reason, right? I'm thinking that they're probably also not tied up and locked up. So once we open the door, they're free roaming.
Each of these sheds is fitted with an iron padlock.
Can I stick my sword into it and see what happens?
Into the shed?
Yeah. Through the wood, right into the center.
You feel something squishy at the center.
Damn. I wonder if I just kill a good person or a bad person? I don't know. Something tells me they're not good people. Unless they're normal now and they're about to become experiments later.
These sheds are locked, so you can't see what's inside.
Is the one that I stabbed still screaming?
Yes.
Oh, still. You get any sense of undead fiend or celestial?
I don't know.
Yep, no undead celestial or fiends.
All right, so I'm going to share that I think these are just unholy, but not
Dead.
the usual.
Okay. Maybe we should just figure out how we're gonna find the abbot.
How we're gonna find who?
The abbot, the guy who did all this.
Okay.
Yeah. we go
All right.
knock?
Well, then you want to go check out this room down here then?
Yeah, let's go look. Maybe we
I mean,
can
those things are locked up. They're not going anywhere right now, right?
I'll knock on the door.
So, gentle sounding music trickles down from above, played on a single instrument by some unseen master. The ground floor inside here, is one large 50-foot square room with arched leaded glass windows. A cauldron sits on an iron rack above a fire in the hearth, while above the fireplace mantel hangs a golden disc engraved with the symbol of the sun. In one corner, a wooden staircase climbs to the upper level, while in another corner, a stone staircase descends into darkness. Several chairs surround a wooden table that stretches nearly the length of the room. Wooden dishware and gold candelabras are neatly arranged on the table, standing behind which is a young woman with alabaster skin, dressed, her face draped by a veil, wearing a torn and soiled red gown. Her auburn hair is neatly bundled so as not to touch her soft shoulders. She seems lost in her own thoughts. A handsome young man in a brown monk's robe gently takes the woman by her hand. A painted holy symbol depicts the sun hangs from a chain around his neck, and he moves with the grace of a saint. This is the abbot, and he's got this woman in this tattered dress wearing a veil in there with her, and he seems to be instructing her on the finer points of etiquette.
All right. So I had just knocked on the door.
So
Does this mean the door just kind of opened as I touched it, or
I see what you're saying.
yeah.
You were told to come in by the abbot's
Okay.
voice, right? And so when you enter, this is the site you're greeted with.
Okay.
The abbot obviously knows you're here. He told you to come in, and he says we weren't expecting visitors. What is it that brings you to our abbey?
So we actually are here because of the Burgermeister. We understand that you recently helped his son in a very radical sort of way. And the Burgermeister says that ever since then, his son has had basically just an unsatiable hunger and has been eating everything in sight, and he would like your help but is too embarrassed to ask for it himself, since he says he was the one who begged you to do that to his son in the first place.
I was afraid there would be complications. I tried to warn him, but he wouldn't listen.
Why, sir, do you have a Morning Lord icon when obviously you have nothing to do to deserve the Morning Lord? You are an abomination.
Uh, I carry out his work in everything that I do.
I don't think so. Where are you getting your instructions?
I am working to save a countless number of souls. It is. I am in a unique position to help this land in ways that mere mortals cannot.
So, all of these abominations that you've created had souls?
So he says he if you are speaking about the Bellevues, they they I have a long history with their line, and and nothing was done to them that they didn't want
So that
and
nice,
ask for.
so that nice young lady that's chained in the other room, who has a spider face,
And a frog leg.
Uh,
that was on her Panera order.
Marzina is not well. Unfortunately, the madness it runs in the Bellevue line. We do what we can for those afflicted.
So who is working with you?
We have several attendants. Some of the more able Bellevues help me with running the day-to-day operations of the abbey.
Great gang. Have at them.
Can I kill him now?
So in regards to Elia, the abbot can say that he was afraid. He thought this might happen. He also says there's nothing that can be done, but that if you want to take Elia from the village up here, he can see to it that he won't become a harm to himself or a danger to others.
Do you want us to turn him into the abbot to you in this abbey, so
Right.
you can perform more crap on him like you did with the people in the other room?
Not at all. Just so that we can keep him safe and keep others safe from him.
So what was wrong with the Bellevues that they needed to have wings and toad feet and all that stuff?
They wished to be improved.
And it was their idea to be improved with wings and stupid toad feet, or was
Yeah.
that your idea?
No, that was it was there. They begged him for these changes. Now they have since been reproducing biologically, so they're getting all sorts of random genetic lottery stuff. He does not necessarily sit there and stitch animal parts together to make these guys. They've been with him for through generations of their family, as he explains it. Right.
Probably Rose in the Attic, where the hell it's called.
But he is responsible for their mutations. He just didn't inflict it upon them.
He is. And he said they asked for it.
Can they still talk? When
Madness runs in the family, if I didn't mention it.
Is he telling the truth? Can we tell if he's telling the truth?
Make an insight check.
Can I ask them who are in the closets, the sheds outside?
He explains that it's more of the Bellevues. That the more dangerous individuals are kept out in the courtyard and away from the main habitation areas in the other wing.
Can I guide myself on my insight check?
Sure.
Yay. Okay.
And as a side note, do we level up or do anything with our experience points last week? Because we didn't do anything yet.
Yeah. What's your current XP level there, Meredith?
I have 19,425.
Okay, thank you.
So
that's
the
a
abbot does appear to be telling the truth.
Here's telling the truth. Okay.
Yeah.
So he really was trying to help these people. He's not trying to create like a mutant army or anything like that.
No.
Okay.
Rick?
He does change the topic though. He he says, as I have mentioned, I am working to save the souls of Barovia, and I believe I have found the key to undoing the wickedness of this realm. Um, and it all relies on the personal salvation of the one man who is responsible for all this, and that would be Lord Strahd von Zarovich. I believe that if his heart can once again know love, perhaps the curse on this land will be lifted. So I have been working on creating the uh, perfect bride for our Lord Strahd, and I am.
Oh.
I would like to introduce you to Vasilka, and he takes the woman who's with them, the woman with the veil, and he instructs Vasilka to greet our guests, and she stands up and does a polite curtsy. Again, with her veil concealing her face. And the abbot explains that he would never condemn a living soul to Strahd's deprivations, but he through his work has found an answer, and he's creating the perfect bride, and says that she's nearly complete, but that there are a few things left that he needs. One, first of all, he needs a new dress for her. As you can see, the dress that she has is not becoming of her, and he would like to see her in something of a wedding gown. But he says there's a more direct need, and with that, he let's see. I want to find it here. Where does it say it? So okay, here we go. So he lifts the veil around her face, and you can see that she has a fleshless face made of muscle and sinew.
Ooh.
Ew.
The abbot apologizes for her incompleteness, and says that he has been looking for a face of suitable beauty for his creation.
I put Gretel behind me.
Right, and he's looking particularly at you, Elena and Gretel, and he says that your faces are so lovely. Perhaps you would be willing to do the holy work of saving all the souls of this land by.
Can I kill him now?
Well, he's not going to steal your face. He's asking you to volunteer it.
No.
Gretel's just got this like wide mouth open, like what?
I just popped my sun sword, like, like you're not taking us.
Just pop my sun sword.
So he says, "Come now, you don't need a face to live. This is something you could give up, and think of all the souls you'll be saving."
No, are you trying? Is she poisoned? So if Strahd like tries to marry her, quote unquote, that he will be poisoned, or what?
No, he's
He
he's
just doesn't
hoping
love.
to construct the perfect love that will reawaken Strahd's dormant heart.
Yeah, he thinks it'll just like turn Strahd night.
Right. And that
Hey, some of
once
those people in the
Right.
shower say,
once
what
he
is this?
learns love again, then the curse of the land will be undone.
Eh.
You put a lot of trust in love.
So he walks up to you, Elena,
No.
and says, "Your
Yeah.
face is so pretty."
I'm sorry, but you can't have my face. I like my face. I want to keep my face where it is.
No.
But you don't need a face to eat or
It's
breathe
it's
or
really
speak.
not a matter of need. There are a lot of things that you don't need. You don't need your toes. Can I have them? You do. Okay, you can't have my face. Is he starting to be like threatening
No, not
or
at
just
all.
pushy?
Right,
Okay.
right. He seems more confounded, or he doesn't understand why someone wouldn't do this. That clearly the benefit outweighs the sacrifice. And he says perhaps it is asking too much of mortal creatures. Perhaps it is just beyond your ability to give so much of yourself.
Why? I need to go take a Bellevue face. There's 3 more in a shed over there.
Yeah.
He needs a face of suitable beauty, and unfortunately, the Bellevues don't fall into the.
What about any of the other
category.
soulless people that's in here right now, like the lady who just gave a baby? Why don't you just
No.
take her face?
No.
Well,
You
the
take-
people of the village don't make a general habit of coming up to the abbey, and the abbot doesn't really spend a lot of time down there either.
Now we know why.
Yeah.
We will deal with Strahd on our own. You don't need to steal anybody's face. Stop
Yeah.
playing with people.
Can we kill him now?
No, we should feed him to the
Seriously, take your face.
spider faces.
You make me sad, but
You make me sick.
well,
Howard,
what?
put your
Will you be bringing Ilya up for us to provide care for him?
I'm never coming back here again.
Well, it's either that or we
I
kill
mean, we can-
Ilya.
I said we kill him. I said we kill them all.
Yeah.
Burn down the abbey.
No, I think what we need to do, Mr. Abbott, and thank you for your kind offer, but I do think we need to discuss this with his father, to see what he would like done with his son. And then we'll let you know.
Very well. If that is all, I will continue teaching Vasilka the finer points of etiquette, preparing her for her big day.
I really want to blow this place up.
The only thing I'm worried about is that if we start, it looks like these mongrel folk or whatever could be
A hefty
You know,
battle.
enemies, like could be on his side. I don't know. I'm just a little nervous about that.
Yes,
But
and
I don't know. I'm not really Elena's not as bothered by the same things that Gretel's bothered by, like the unnaturalness of things. Elena's just like, I want to get out of here. But yeah, if like other characters feel strongly that they want to do something, Elena's just kind of
I just don't like this whole thing and
treating-
leaving it behind because I feel like it's gonna come and bite us in the ass. But
I think Gretel would say when our friends are back from their vacation,
We're coming back to get you.
we may be back, so be warned that you need to stop your skull effery.
Skullfuckery.
You are unholy, and I'm taking this disc with me. You do not deserve it. And I snatch the
I'm afraid I can't allow you to take that. That is Abbey property.
I'll take it. Can I do a sleight of hand and take it?
It's this massive thing that's on the wall. I don't think sleight of hand applies.
I thought it was a small disc.
Can I take it off the wall and hit him over the head with it?
No, we're not. We will save that. I will say that you are not worthy of it, but I will let Morning Lord handle that. Thank you.
Ew.
That is Basilka.
That's Basilka.
He'll get right on that, I'm sure.
I guess Strahd would think scars are sexy. I don't know.
Right.
Like, ew. Even if she had a face, it's like a quilt.
You never know. There's someone for everyone.
That is true. That is fucking true.
All right. So I guess we should. I'm just gonna back out and kind of like, motion you guys. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Out of
I'm
there.
gonna smoke a cigarette real quick. I'll be back, guys.
All right.
We don't want to talk right in front of him.
Here, I'll kind of throw us up here.
Yeah. The only thing that I was thinking is that if we say, "Oh yeah, sure, we'll go get Ilya," at least it'll give us time to like regroup and talk about this and figure out what we want to do without the abbot standing right there watching us.
Right.
Yeah, that's true. True.
So we can just be like, "Oh yeah, here we are, off to get Ilya."
I'm going to take a quick bio break. I'll be right back.
All right, I am too. We should just take a break.
All right, I'm back.
I'm back.
You've
Alright,
been
I'm here.
you've been quiet, Trenton. Everything going all right?
Yeah, this is cool, man.
Excellent. All right, so it sounds like we are all back here. So you guys have backed out of the main room there in the north wing of the abbey, and but you guys are still up there on top of the hill. So you guys can work out your destination from here.
Okay, so are we going back to the Burgermeister? Tell him what he said about Ilya.
That seems like a good idea. Looking at the Taroka cards, I mean, none of the hints seem like they describe the abbey, so I don't know that there's much to do here.
Hmm.
Okay. All right, let's go tell the Burgermeister that the abbot wants his, or will take care of his son.
And
Or he will.
the
'Cause we don't know what
burgomaster is not enthused with that idea. He doesn't make a habit of visiting up there, but he knows enough about the conditions up there that he says, you know, surely, you know, we can care better for my son at home than they can up there, even with him out being so close that he's not thrilled with that plan.
Mhm. Well, I guess. I mean, what if he gets worse? What if he starts to get dangerous? I mean, I don't like the abbot either. I think obviously he's really creepy and I wouldn't want to spend any time with him at all. But I mean, are you aware of some of the things that he's doing up there?
Um, he doesn't make it a habit of being in the abbot's business. He largely considers such a creature beyond his reckoning.
So, but I mean, that he can do some pretty crazy stuff, or else you wouldn't have asked him to resurrect your son in the first place.
That's correct, right?
Okay, I mean, I would just be scared because you took your son to be resurrected by this crazy man who does like Frankenstein experiments on people. And the guy warned you that there might be problems, and now there's a problem. And he says he's going to help, and now you don't want his help. I mean, what if your son, God forbid, in the middle of the night, you know, gets so hungry and he can't find anything to eat and he starts eating animals or people or actually starts hurting people?
Why don't you make a
What is
persuasion
your
check?
plan? What?
Why don't you make a
Sorry.
persuasion check?
Oh, persuasion.
You talked him into it. He says perhaps him spending some time up there, at least in the short term, would be better, just to see how things go. So you kind of talked him into it.
Okay.
He's reluctant, but he understands the points you're making and says perhaps we should try it that way.
All right, so you're gonna bring them back up there and just kind of drop them off, like right with those first couple of guards, so we don't have to go in again.
Right. Yep, absolutely, you can do that. Ilya is now under the care of the abbot.
He's gonna turn him into freakoid
He already is.
more than he is now.
Probably.
He's gonna be like a bat eye or something like that.
I mean, we could always, when our friends get back, we could always. It seems like we want to go. Maybe stop this guy and maybe rescue this woman, and and maybe we can like help Ilya at that.
Yeah, but I mean, our main goal was just get the Sun Sword united. So
Yeah,
I think we've done our mission here, and we can call it like a day.
yeah, and wait till we have more of our friends around if we're gonna try anything more.
Right.
Yep, sounds good.
Do you guys want to call it a short week this week and kind of wrap? I mean, we'd be wrapping up an hour early, but how do you guys? Would you be more interested in waiting for a fuller party before we investigate anything that might involve combat, or?
I don't mind doing combat right now, but
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
I go back in and I'll let out all those beasts, and we can fight them right now and kill them all.
All right. Well, we'll keep going for the time being. I'll wrap it at whatever point seems to make sense.
What else is on our list of things to do?
Let me see if I can help you with that.
Like what else were we doing when we encountered? I don't think I was here for that because I wasn't here for the Wizard's Tower, so I don't know what they were trying to accomplish.
Yeah, you've really done a lot of what there is for you in Kresk.
Okay.
So let's see, what else we got? There's still the Festival of the Blazing Sun to go in Vallaki. That's this evening. If you were to leave now, you could get back in time for that.
Yeah.
That's probably the big one.
We don't want to miss that one, right?
Right.
Yeah, the festival sounds cool.
Okay. We head back for the festival. Because we can always come back to Chris. We know that they're up to no good. So, okay.
All right, so it's the middle of the afternoon here, and we will start our trek across the valley here. Let's do a ballpark. So it looks like it's only 6 miles to Crest, not all that far. So we'll get you this far to the Raven River Crossroads when we do our first random encounter check. And all's quiet there. We'll go another half an hour for our next one, and again, still quiet all on the road. No stops you wanted to make along the way. You didn't need to go to the Wizard's Tower for anything, or I don't think.
I don't think so.
All right, we'll do one more. Of course.
Oh.
Nice random encounter. Here we go.
All right, here we go. All right, what do we get? Okay. All right, we can do this. Why not? So, as you guys are coming back, you can actually see on the shores, the north shores of Lake Zarovich up here, if you can see my ping, you can see that Mad Mage is on the edge of the water, and he's casting spells. You can see in the distance. So you've had your own sighting of the Mad Mage. But it was right about this time when you were catching that in the distance, when out from the underbrush on the side of the road, a number of wolves sprang out to attack.
Great.
So let's see. Let me. Who do I have to get on here? We got. We need Elena. There we go. So we'll cluster you guys right in the middle here. Let me find my wolves. Alright, so there are the wolves. I will roll initiative for them, because they are coming to attack. So let's get initiative for you four. Let's see where things work out. Oh, Elena's going to drop one fireball, and that's going to be the end of this fight. That's right. It's going to take longer to set up than it's going to be for Elena to kill everybody. There's Elena. There's reasons we need Gretel is 11.2. Let's add Gretel. What's with all these wolves?
I keep touching it, but it's not showing I'm touching.
Alright. Oh, that's what happened. Okay. Alright, Gretel. Add turn. There's Gretel is 11.12. And Uhtred was on 14.
Correct.
Alright, add turn 14. Alright. Alright, reasons. You get the first action here as these wolves charge out from the underbrush to threaten your party.
Nice. So I'll, use my. I'll move up 30 feet so I can throw out shatter 60 feet. And that creature takes, and then I'll cast it as far as I can into the. Because then each creature within 10 feet of it.
Right, which if you center it on this guy here, it's gonna get them all.
Sweet.
All right, so let's roll that 3d8 thunder damage. This might be nice and easy. Let's see. Okay, so on a successful save, they're going to take 8 points of damage. Alright, so that they don't necessarily all die immediately, but let's find out which ones do. Alright, so spell save DC 15. What are we talking? A dex save? Constitution save. Alright, so starting with the one in the front. He failed, so he's dead. And going to top left. So again, we said 8 points on a save.
That sounds, yeah.
Right.
Way to leave some for the rest of us.
Sorry, I just wanted to, impress you guys.
Good job.
And Elena's gonna come in with her firebolt and kill the last 2 or 3.
Yay.
I cannot if you want.
No, I want you to. I mean, let's keep on going to Valaki, so get her done.
All right, Elena.
There's only 2 left.
Reason's come up with a big shatter spell, which absolutely destroys, shaking the ground around these wolves and causing them all to collapse.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know. Do I want to... We're just going to the city, so do I want to save spells? Waste of... Yeah, I'll just hit him with a firebolt.
Okay.
There's only 2 left. I feel like I'm wasting a fireball.
Yeah, definitely cantrip territory here. All right, so we'll just target this one in front. 13 points of damage. That ends him. Uhtred, bust out that longbow.
Let me see, which one am I gonna go for here? I'll break out my longbow, and I guess I'll pick this guy right here.
All right.
Let me click on my gun. Ew.
Ooh, a miss. The shot goes wide.
I have 2. I have 2.
Oh, you do have 2. You do have 2. Here.
Yes.
Oh. All right, Gretel.
Okay, Gretel.
All right, I am too far away, I believe, so that I need to use. I'll try to use 2 javelins so I can use 2 attacks.
Good job.
Okay,
Okay,
that is a miss.
20 is a miss?
Because it's at disadvantage because of your
shit.
range.
Okay. So if that was disadvantage, I can do 2 with disadvantage again.
Right.
I just move up.
And another
You're just too far away.
disadvantage.
Just move up.
Right. Another disadvantage shot. So 2 javelins land to either side of this lone remaining
I'm
wolf.
doing it now. Just...
All right. Then it gets to be this guy. What's he gonna do? I think he's gonna run for his life.
No! I get you.
Right. He's got
Well, you're
a
running.
dash of 80, so that's what he does. He moves 80 feet away. So he disappears back into the underbrush and gets the hell out of Dodge. So congratulations. You know what? We'll give you XP for him too. Why not, right? So that's 10 wolves at 50 each is 500 for the party, divided by there's usually 7 of you, so 500 divided by not 5,000, 500 divided by 7. 500 divided by 7 is 75 XP each. Congratulations on this minor random encounter that you tripped off right before coming back to Valaki. Let's see. Let's put you on. Put you where you are here on the eastern gates of Valaki. So it is. Let me do a time check here. Okay, it is just before sundown. Here, the festival is going to start at sundown, but you are back in Valaki in time for the festival.
All right, party.
Cool.
Get my wine on. You want to bring a child?
It says
Yeah, we need children to bring.
let's pick up
No.
a nice
Little child on the way. Come here, little girl.
adopted child. Big brother, big sister.
Big brother, yeah, I was gonna say that.
The festival will be taking place in the town square at sundown, so another 2 hours or so, and this is where to be. Anything you wanted to do in town prior to this evening's festivities? Doesn't sound like it. Okay.
Do we have anything? Do we have any outstanding quests here in side quests here in Valaki?
Also a little hungry. We could probably go eat someplace before the festival.
Yeah.
Drink. Sleep.
Orange whip, orange whip, orange whip. 3 orange whips.
Check on Irina.
Oh, yeah, Irina's still here, right?
She is. She's at the church.
We're gonna go check on her.
All right. Irina is doing well. She does say that that they received a piece of correspondence for you while you were away.
Oh.
She says
Well-
that a mysterious man actually brought this to Irina, looking for you guys, and said, when next time you're back in town, to see that that it made its way to you.
Well,
Okay.
what's it say?
And who's it from?
Mysterious.
Oh.
My
Oh.
friends.
Dinner with Strahd.
Say it again.
Only if you're vegetarian options.
Well,
We definitely want to wait for our.
yeah. We're gonna.
We want.
We want to be a full party when that happens.
Yeah.
And here's
Okay.
the
Great.
fallers for today's festival. Just
Okay.
again.
Children required to go get some children.
Go to the orphanage and just.
I just
make
feel
it
like
a
that's
good
like
day.
sacrifice. Like, there's a reason why they want children. Why would we bring?
We would
children?
have heard about it by now if they were snatching kids. at the events.
No. You got those little people with the pies. They're all over the place.
But we can watch them closely.
Yeah, but I feel like that's just like we're bringing a sacrifice. Like, here you go. Here's a random child you're found along the way.
Here, have a kid.
We should have brought the Burgermeister's son.
Right.
On a leash. One of those
Yeah.
monkey leashes.
The thing they put the kindergarten kids on.
In Disney World.
All right, so the rest of the evening, afternoon, passes by uneventfully, and we'll get you guys. Let's see, where are you? We'll get you here over in the town square for the this evening's festival. Now, there are people milling about, gathered. I mean, attendance is required, so people are doing like they do anything that is, when it's required of you. They show the requisite enthusiasm, though no one dares speak out aloud anything against the festival for fear of earning the burgomaster's ire. 1 second. Stop. So, under threatening skies, a parade of unhappy children dressed as flowers trudges through the muddy streets, leading the way for a group of sorry-looking men and women carrying a 10-foot diameter wicker ball. The burgomaster and his smiling wife, who holds a sad bouquet of wilting flowers, follow the procession on horseback. As weary spectators watch from their stoops, the ball is borne to the town square. There it is hoisted and hung from a 15-foot-high wooden scaffold, and townsfolk take turns splashing it with oil. Before the wicker sun can be set ablaze, the sky tears open in a sudden downpour. "All will be well," cries the burgomaster, as he brandishes a sputtering torch and marches defiantly through the rain toward the wicker ball, only to have his torch go out as he thrusts it into the sphere. A singular laugh erupts from the crowd, drawing the burgomaster's fiery gaze as well as gasps from the townsfolk. The laugh came from actually one of the member of the town militia, one of the guards, and the burgomaster immediately has the other guards around him seize him and arrest him, and he is carted off back behind the scenes. The burgomaster then proclaims that no worries, all will be well, and this evening's festivities will continue into the night, and with a large contingent of people gathering at the Blue Water Inn. So he encourages everyone to get out of the rain, and begins to move. Now he goes to this guard who laughed basically at him, and he instructs the other guards to begin tying this man by the hands and feet with rope, and the crowd begins to disperse, and that was the big festival. So congratulations on observing that. It was a little anticlimactic. Now the burgomaster's further having this guard tied to his horse after having his hands and feet bound, and as he begins to ride away, he is now dragging this guard who laughed at him through the mud of the streets as he leaves.
Holy.
Well, that didn't seem like it was much fun.
That was
Came all this way for that.
not a very
I had to go
interesting.
save some the guard that they just dragged off in the mud.
Rain put a
Well-
damper on things.
So now we have to go finish this at a bar, and we witness bullying.
Eye emoji.
Do we want to do anything about that guy? Do we want to save him? All he did was laugh. Or is that not our business?
I always want to save somebody, but that's especially bullying. I hate bullying. So how many people are guarding him right now?
There's
Just-
there are 4 guards standing nearby.
You can take them. Each get one.
We don't want to kill them. We just want to be like, eh.
Yeah, just get him to let him go.
Bonk him upside the head.
Really shouldn't be bullying him. He's our brother. We can say he's our brother. He's just had a little laugh. You're bullying. Or we can at least just talk to him like, do you have beef with him already? Or is this just literally you laughing and now you're getting snatched?
I missed the story.
If
I think he just laughed at him because he got his fire taken on him.
Right. And a particular egregious offense for one of the burgomaster's town officials. It's one thing for a random villager to laugh. It's another when the people who are in charge of enforcing all the burgomaster's rules laugh at him.
Oh, so all right, I got it. I'm sorry, I stepped away for a second. Okay.
Or maybe we can ask him if he even wants to be freed. Maybe he'll get punished even worse if he gets freed.
Yeah. And what is the punishment? Like, are they gonna kill him? Or are they just gonna go like? They have like stocks or something, right?
They do. Here in the
Yeah.
town square, as a matter of fact.
All right. I'm just gonna ask one of the guards and just be like, kind of play dumb and just be like, "Oh no, he shouldn't have done that." Are you guys gonna rough him up, or are you just gonna like, tie him up, teach him a lesson?
The burgomaster, the guard, leans into you and says the burgomaster will probably leave it at his punishment as having been dragged through the mud. That probably is enough. That it won't have to go beyond that.
Okay.
At least,
So it's like
at least that's what he expects, anyway.
What do you guys think about that?
I have my hand over my mouth telling you guys he's a dick, and no
Yeah.
wonder why he got his head all fucked up. I think we should handle that fool in another day.
Yeah, can I get any sense from the guards? Are the guards like, are they just going along with this because they have to, or are they like, hey, yeah, this is fun,
Yeah, no, they don't particularly enjoy being on the burgomaster's downside. He's not necessarily the greatest boss at those times.
Right.
But at the same time, they'll explain to you that that who the leader is largely determined by bloodlines, and that tradition would dictate that he's the guy in charge, and so that that's who they listen to. It's not like they have elections.
Yeah.
Could we put his son in charge?
Victor. If anything were to happen to the burgomaster, legally it would probably fall into his son to be the new burgomaster.
So let's kill the burgomaster. So we like the son, right? The son's a good guy.
I thought the son was the dead guy.
Yeah, who's the son? What do we know about the son? I don't remember.
Didn't you find the room with the animated dead cats?
Oh, right. Oh, yeah, so the son's weird.
What?
Yeah.
We don't want him in charge either.
And if we kill both of them, who becomes in charge then? The son doesn't have a son.
The guard says in that event, things would probably fall to Lady Fiona Voctor. She would be the ranking noble in town if anything were to happen to Victor.
Do you like her?
Do we know her?
I don't believe you've been acquainted.
No.
But that invitation to Strahd's came by way of one of Lady Fiona Voctor's servants.
Oh.
Full circle.
So then she's a servant of his.
Yep. So isn't the Abbey? He's got everybody.
No, he wanted to
Yeah.
turn him to a lover again.
Yeah, but he's also not someone that's trying to fight against them. He's trying to.
Right. He's trying to like
Yeah.
reform him.
Yeah.
Being
Okay.
not him.
He not.
And we in this festival, so the rest of the people move to the inn.
They're
continue the
dispersing, right, and a lot of them are going toward the inn.
Hmm. Okay. Do we want to go to the inn? Maybe she'll be there.
Yeah. Yeah, sounds good.
Okay. To the inn.
All right. Well, I
To the
am
bar.
I am going to call this week a little short.
Okay.
So I apologize to you guys for only giving you a 2-hour game instead of a 3. But but I think where we're down a couple of people, we're at a good crossroads to really let me prepare for next week too, and give you a better
Yeah.
experience. So at this point, whereas it's high noon here on the East Coast, I think we can call it a day here, and we can hopefully get back with a full quorum of people next Saturday.
Sounds good.
Sounds good. Thank you.
All right,
Yeah,
everybody.
and then we actually like fight the abbot instead of just
Right.
instead of just being like, no, we'll just wait. All right.
All right, everybody. Thanks
good.
again for good ones. Again, sorry to cut it short this week, but I think
Okay.
we'll try to make up for it next week.
Yep. Sounds good.
Good. Thank you, guys.
Thanks, everybody.
Thanks,
All right.
Dan.
Take care.
See ya.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
You too.